Hi. Today I want to focus on the theme of responses to the institution of marriage and Denis de Richemont's analysis of Tristanism and chivalric love. The story of Tristan and Iseult is often interpreted as a powerful romantic love story. However, Richemont argues that the legend actually reflects a deeper tension between passionate love and the social institution of marriage. Instead of supporting marriage, the story portrays passion as something that exists outside of it. My argument is that Rougemont shows how Tristanism represents passionate love as fundamentally opposed to marriage. Because marriage represents social order while passion seeks intensity, secrecy, and emotional trauma. One of the central conflicts in the story is that Iseult is married to King Mark. Because of this, Tristan and Iseult's relationship becomes forbidden. Their love exists outside the boundaries of marriage and society. Rather than portraying this as purely immortal, the story often frames their passion as something powerful and meaningful. This creates tension between the rules of society and the emotional experience of love. Rougemont explains that this tension reflects a broader cultural conflict between two different systems of values. On one side is the traditional feudal system, where marriage is tied to political alliances, property, money, social duty. In medieval society, marriages were often arranged to strengthen families or secure land and power. Love was never necessarily the central purpose of marriage. On the other side is the idea of courtly love, which emerged in the medieval times. Um, Courtly love emphasized devotion, passion, and emotional intensity between lovers. However, this love often existed outside marriage. Rougemont explained that courtly love traditions, love and marriage were sometimes seen as incompatible. In fact, one famous courtly judgment even claimed that love could not exist between married people. This idea helps explain why Tristan and Iseult's love develops outside marriage. The relationship represents passion and rejects social expectations. Rougemont suggests that authors of romance intentionally portray Tristan and Iseult as loyal to the ideals of courtly love rather than to the rules of the feudal society. At the same time, the story repeatedly shows the consequences of conflict. Tristan is supposed to be loyal to King Mark, his uncle, his mentor, and according to the feudal values, betraying the king's marriage is a serious violation. However, Tristan's devotion to Iseult places him in a direct conflict with these obligations. And Rougemont uses this conflict to show how Tristanism represents more than just a love story. It reflects a cultural struggle between different ideas about loyalty, duty, and love. Marriage represents stability and social order, while passion represents emotional intensity and personal desire. And another important aspect of Rougemont's analysis is that passionate love depends on obstacles. The fact that Iseult is married creates like the central obstacle that fuels their passion. If Tristan and Iseult were simply to get married and like live a happy ever after, they'll they'll lose their passion and their intensity because there's no obstacle. So their relationship would eventually end. So in this sense, the institution of marriage actually helps sustain the passion of the love. Because Iseult is married to another man, the lovers must hide their relationship and risk punishment. So this danger and secrecy intensifies their emotional connection. So Therefore, Richemond's interpretations suggest that the story of Tristan and Iseult is not simply about a romantic love. Instead, it explores how passionate love often exists in tension with social institutions such as marriage. The legend portrays passion as something that challenges social norms and creates conflict between personal desire and social duty. So, overall, Rougemont's analysis shows that Tristanism reflects a deeper response to the institution of marriage. Rather than celebrating marriage as an ideal form of love, the story represents passion as something that exists outside of it and even opposition to it. So, the relationship between Tristan and Iseult demonstrates how romantic passion can challenge social expectations and reveal the tension between emotional desire and social order.